Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Have you ever heard something so absurd you had to pause and say, wait, that can't be real? Well, buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into 50 of the dumbest, strangest, and most jaw-droppingly true facts from around the world. Some of these sound like bad jokes told by a history teacher who's had too much coffee. For example, at number 9, we'll meet an emperor who made his horse a senator. Number 24 will make you question who invented hair dye. And number 42, let's just say it involves space, food, and regret. So grab a snack, maybe something normal this time, and let's jump into 50 facts that prove reality truly outweirds fiction. Oh, and if you enjoy bizarre truths served with a side of sarcasm, don't forget to subscribe for more. 1. The exploding whale of Oregon. In 1970, officials in Florence, Oregon faced a truly blubbery dilemma. A dead whale washed ashore, too large to bury. Their solution: blow it up with dynamite. The result: chunks of whale rained down like meaty confetti, crushing cars and traumatizing spectators. The smell lingered for weeks. It's the only time in U.S. history a cleanup plan required umbrellas and therapy. Lesson learned: sometimes the smartest option is the one that doesn't explode. 2. The chicken that lived without a head. In 1945, a farmer in Colorado chopped off a chicken's head and it kept living for 18 months. The bird, nicknamed Mike, became a national celebrity. How? The axe missed a vital part of his brainstem, letting him survive on a diet of milk and grain through an eyedropper. Imagine explaining that at the vet. He's fine, just a little lightheaded. 3. Napoleon was attacked by bunnies. One afternoon, Napoleon Bonaparte organized a rabbit hunt for himself and his men. The gamekeeper brought hundreds of rabbits, but forgot they were farm-raised. When released, instead of fleeing, the rabbits charged the emperor like fluffy soldiers demanding carrots. Napoleon fled in his carriage, defeated by the cutest army in history. For the Eiffel Tower grows taller in summer. Metal expands in heat. So during warm months, the Eiffel Tower grows by about 6 inches. It's basically France's biggest mood swing. Taller when things heat up, shorter when they cool down. If only our motivation worked the same way. 5. Cleopatra lived closer to the moon landing than the pyramids. The pyramids of Giza were built around 2500 BCE, while Cleopatra ruled in 30 BCE. About 2,400 years later, the moon landing happened just 2,000 years after that. So Cleopatra's world was closer to NASA than to the guys stacking rocks in the desert. History really needs a better timeline app. 6. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. By botanical definition, bananas qualify as berries, but strawberries don't. Somewhere, a fruit naming committee went rogue. Next time someone calls you bananas, just say, thank you. That makes me scientifically correct. 7. A day on Venus is longer than a year. Venus rotates so slowly that one day there lasts 243 Earth days, longer than its 225-day year. So if you lived there, your birthday would arrive before tomorrow. Perfect planet for procrastinators. 8. There's a town named Dole that's twinned with Boring. In 2012, Dole in Scotland officially paired with Boring, Oregon to promote tourism. Later, Australia's Blandshire joined too. They call it the League of Extraordinarily Uninteresting Places. Imagine their postcards. Wish you were here, but probably not. 9. An emperor made his horse a senator. Roman Emperor Caligula loved his horse Incitatus so much, he gave it a marble stall, servants, and, allegedly, a Senate seat. Politics hasn't changed much since then. Some people still neigh in meetings. 10 octopuses have 3 hearts. To pump blood to the gills, one pumps it to the rest of the body. When they swim, the main heart actually stops beating. So yes, an octopus literally gives its heart to the ocean 3 times over. Romantic, right? 11 sharks are older than trees. Sharks have existed for over 400 million years. Trees only about 350 million, meaning sharks have seen entire forests come and go. Next time you swim, remember, you're entering their ancient office. 12. There's a lake that explodes. Lake Nyos, in Cameroon, sometimes releases huge bubbles of carbon dioxide trapped beneath the surface. In 1986, one eruption suffocated 1,700 people in nearby villages. It's the only lake that can kill you without getting you wet. 13. Russia has a bigger surface area than Pluto. Russia spans about 17 million square kilometers. Pluto, around 16.7 million, so technically, Russia is larger than a planet, though probably harder to heat. 14. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Yes, Australian wombats produce little cubes. Scientists believe the shape stops droppings from rolling away, helping them mark territory. Nature invented Lego long before we did. 15. A space smell described as burnt steak. Astronauts returning from spacewalks say their suits smell like burnt steak or hot metal. Apparently, the universe itself has a barbecue aroma. Now imagine aliens asking, "Who's grilling?" 16. Penguins propose with pebbles. Male penguins search beaches for the perfect stone and present it to a mate as a gift. If she accepts, that's basically their engagement. So yes, even penguins understand the importance of jewelry. 17. A rain of fish happens every year in Honduras. In the town of Lloro, residents witness an annual rain of fish. Scientists think tornado-like waterspouts lift fish from rivers and drop them over land. Locals treat it as a miracle, proof that dinner sometimes literally falls from the sky. 18. Scotland has 421 words for snow. From sneasel to start raining or snowing to skelf a large snowflake, Scots take weather vocabulary seriously. Apparently, when your sky throws frozen water half the year, you need options. Meanwhile, most of us are still stuck with cold. 19. A goat once served as a corporate director. In 2014, a British company humorously registered a goat named Mr. Billy as a company director, legally valid until the paperwork got flagged. Imagine your business meetings all in favor, and somehow that still sounds more productive than most boardrooms. 20. There's a planet made entirely of diamonds. Scientists discovered a planet called 55 Cancri E, mostly carbon under immense pressure, likely forming diamond layers. So yes, a world literally blinged out in space. If humans ever colonize it, expect billionaires fighting over real estate with laser drills. 21. You're more likely to be bitten by a New Yorker than a shark. Statistically, more people get bitten by humans in New York each year than by sharks worldwide. Maybe the sharks just have better manners. Moral: never swim in rush hour. 22. The inventor of the Pringles can was buried in one. Fred Bohr, the man behind Pringles' iconic can, was so proud of his invention, he requested his ashes be stored inside one. His family honored the wish. Yes, in an original Pringles tube. Talk about a man who really stacked up in life. 23. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists found 3,000-year-old honey jars in ancient Egyptian tombs, still edible. So technically, that bottle in your kitchen could outlive civilization. It's basically the immortal condiment. 24. The longest time between twins being born is 87 days. A premature birth in Ireland in 2012 resulted in one twin born early and the second born nearly 3 months later. That's not twins, that's a sequel. Imagine explaining birthdays. Same parents, same year. Kinda. 25. There's an island of dolls in Mexico. South of Mexico City lies Isla de las Muñecas, covered with hundreds of hanging dolls. Legend says the caretaker hung them to appease a drowned girl's spirit. It's now a tourist site for people who apparently hate sleeping ever again. 26. Sea otters hold hands while they sleep. To avoid drifting apart, sea otters link paws and float together. Scientists call it a raft. We call it the world's most wholesome sleepover. Try not to awe. I dare you. 27. Cows have best friends. Studies show cows become stressed when separated from their favorite companion. So next time you drive past a field, know there's drama going on in the herd. She's moving on without me. 28. The first alarm clock could only ring at 4 a.m. Invented by Levi Hutchins in 1787, it was designed to wake him for work, and only at 4 a.m. You couldn't change the time. Basically, humanity's first reminder that mornings are evil. 29. The Eiffel Tower has a secret apartment. Gustav Eiffel built himself a tiny apartment at the top of his tower, not for rent, just for show. He'd host guests like Thomas Edison there. Imagine getting invited. Sure, just climb 1,700 steps first. 30. There's a jellyfish that can live forever. Toratopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish, can revert to its youth stage after reaching maturity. It's the Benjamin Button of the sea, minus the Oscar. Proof that nature coded immortality into gelatin. 31. A town in Alaska has a cat as its mayor. For 20 years, Stubbs the cat served as honorary mayor of Talkeetna, Alaska. He attended meetings meetings, took naps, and never raised taxes. Honestly, that's better governance than most humans achieve. 32. The shortest war in history lasted 38 minutes. In 1896, Britain fought Zanzibar and won in just 38 minutes. The losing side probably hadn't even finished breakfast. World record for fastest surrender in history. Speedrunning diplomacy. 33. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Whoever named that deserves a raise. A line of pink birds strutting together. That's not biology, that's Broadway. They even stand on one leg like they're posing for their album cover. 34. Space is completely silent. Sound needs air to travel, and there's none in space. So when you scream, no one hears, not even the aliens judging your playlist. Every astronaut movie just got 10 times scarier. 35. The inventor of the microwave discovered it by accident. Engineer Percy Spencer was standing near an active radar magnetron when the chocolate bar in his pocket melted. Instead of panicking, he tried popcorn. Next, it popped. Moments later, he realized he'd just invented the microwave. Proof that sometimes curiosity and snacks change the world. 36. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Sloths slow their heart rate so much they can stay underwater for 40 minutes. Dolphins, barely 10. Imagine a dolphin bragging about speed while a sloth calmly says, "Cool, I'll surface next week." 37. In Japan, letting sumo wrestlers make your baby cry is good luck. At annual festivals, professional wrestlers compete to see who can make infants cry first. Parents cheer because loud crying is believed to drive away evil spirits. Basically, congratulations, your baby's terrified. May fortune smile upon you. 38. Venus flytraps can count. They only snap shut after feeling 2 touches in quick succession. A built-in double-click system to save energy. Nature invented the mouse long before Microsoft. 39. You can't hum while holding your nose closed. Go ahead, try it. I'll wait. See? Nothing. The air needs an escape route. Congratulations, you've just proven why humming underwater will never trend on TikTok. 40. A shrimp's heart is in its head, literally. So when someone says, use your head, shrimp take that very seriously. No wonder they're always thinking with their stomachs. 41. The first oranges weren't orange. They were green Southeast Asian hybrids of pomelo and mandarin. Orange fruit wasn't actually orange until people started growing it in cooler climates. Naming crisis averted. 42. NASA once fed astronauts space food that made them regret life. In the early missions, meals came as toothpaste-style tubes of pureed beef and applesauce. Imagine eating a warm meat smoothie while orbiting Earth. Zero gravity regret achieved. 43. There's a cloud that weighs 1,000,000 pounds. Average cumulus clouds hold about 1.1 million pounds of water. So technically, every sunny day features millions of tons just floating. The sky is stronger than any gym membership. 44. There's a species of ant that explodes to defend itself. The Colibopsis explodens ruptures its own body, releasing sticky poison to trap enemies. Nature looked at action movies and said, let me one-up that. 45. A crocodile can't stick its tongue out. It's attached to the roof of its mouth by a membrane, which means every crocodile photo you've ever seen. Zero tongue selfies. 46. A day on Mercury has 3 sunrises in 1 year. Because Mercury spins slowly and orbits quickly, you could see the sun rise, set, and rise again, all in the same day. It's the ultimate cosmic scheduling nightmare. 47. The inventor of the Frisbee became one after death. Walter Morrison's ashes were molded into commemorative Frisbees for friends and family. He truly threw himself into his work. 48. The longest hiccuping spree lasted 68 years. Charles Osborne hiccuped from 1922 to 1990, roughly 430 million hiccups. He kept working, married twice, and never lost patience. That's persistence, or maybe just permanent rhythm. 49. A blue whale's heartbeat can be heard 2 miles away. Its heart weighs about 400 pounds, the size of a small piano. When it beats, it echoes through the ocean like a bass drum from nature's concert hall. 50. There's a company that turns dead bodies into ocean reefs. Eternal Reefs mixes human ashes with cement to form coral reef structures that support marine life. So yes, some people spend eternity helping fish find apartments. That's recycling on a cosmic level. And there you have it. 50 dumb, delightful, and absolutely real facts that prove truth doesn't need to make sense to be entertaining. From cube-shaped heart-shaped wombat poop to exploding whales, it's clear our planet, and sometimes our species, never runs out of weird ideas. Maybe next time we discuss 50 peculiar inventions that changed the world by accident. Or perhaps in a future episode, we uncover 50 outlandish mysteries science still can't explain. Until then, like, subscribe, and tell me which fact blew your mind the most, or at least made you question your life choices. Thanks for watching, and remember, reality is the greatest comedy ever written. We're just living in the punchline.